everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, Boston and Bellingham's only podcast about Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, and all of their kaiju friends. I am your host, David. God, we're already getting into the jokes this early. Okay. And the Meg.
I couldn't even let you fucking finish your opening.
You really couldn't. Jesus Christ, Brian.
I saw an opportunity and I took it.
Good job. I'm proud of you. Well, that was Brian. And guess what? We also have Siobhan back in the studio with us.
I'm honored.
And at this point, you have been on here 3 times in such a short span of time.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
That Brian and I have decided we are bequeathing on you the title of honorary part-time host.
Thank
Congratulations.
you, David. Wow.
Absolutely based. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna put some applause here when I edit this.
Oh, good.
There we
Or
go.
snaps. I'm snapping.
No, it's gonna be like a huge crowd applause stock sound effects.
bitchin'.
Everyone's gonna
Like
be so excited
like
for
a
you.
standing ovation.
Yeah, exactly. Just for
bitchin'.
you.
That's amazing.
So,
That's some shit.
well, officially welcome to being a part-time host of Talking Toku.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
you.
Anyways, as Brian so eloquently put it, once again, happy Meg Monday, everyone.
Meg Monday.
It's Meg Monday. I know you'll be
It
listening to
is.
this on Friday at the earliest, but for us, it's Monday. It's Meg Monday because we are talking about Meg to the Trench today. And boy, do we have thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Whew.
I can't wait. But of course, we have news, as we so often do. And Brian, how about you take this first one? Because I want to talk about the second one.
Is this because I'm a gamer?
No, it's because I'm the one who actually read the manga about the second one.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because we didn't take a week off like we normally do, there's not a lot of news. But this is exciting. Giga Bash is officially dropped on both the Nintendo Switch and Xbox Series X. For the longest time, Passion Republic had been hyping up the Switch release, promising that the Xbox release was coming soon, but they surprised us all by dropping them both on the same day. Now players across all consoles and PC can play together as the game is cross-play enabled. Personally, I hope this means player base will grow again. The last couple of times we played, it's been mostly bots or the occasional PC player that's obviously cheating. Feel free to hit us up on any of our socials if you'd like to play with us. I hope the player base gets bigger because we played one time, Dave, and I swear to God they were cheating.
That's what I'm saying, man. It was because we were getting knocked out in 1 or 2 hits. It was not even close to fair.
Either they had mastered the game to a point where it didn't even seem fun that they were playing it, or they were cheating, and I bet they were cheating.
Or there's also a third possibility that we just suck.
I don't think so. I mean, there's no damage buffs or anything. They shouldn't be getting. There's no feasible way that they would be doing as much damage as they were.
Absolutely not. But yeah, no,
it could be a PC related bug too. There are plenty of games where having a higher frame rate just straight up makes you do more damage.
True.
So
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'm really excited that everyone can play this now. And I know that Passion Republic wants to do more DLC packs with other franchises. Obviously there's the Godzilla DLC, which everyone loved, but I know they want to do Ultraman and Gamera and Pacific Rim, but they can only do that if people actually play the game. So for everyone listening, play the fucking game. We have an episode on it. We have an episode on it about how much we loved the game. If that's not enough to sell you on it, I don't know what is.
Yeah. And also people who, like us, we always talk about how we want more kaiju games.
Exactly.
We got one, play it, then people will be like, oh man, kaiju games sell well. Let's make more.
Exactly.
Capitalism, man. That's how it works.
That's how it works. We love capitalism on this show. No, we don't. That was a lie. I'm sorry. Actually, we used to have a running joke about how we hate capitalism. What happened to that joke, Brian?
Capitalism, man's greatest achievement.
All right. Well, I'll get on to this next story, which I'm very, very excited for. We finally have a trailer, full trailer, because we got a teaser, I think, late last year. We have a full trailer for the upcoming anime series adapting Kaiju number 8. We are both very excited about this. I sent this to Brian last night, and he was like, wow, that looks really cool. I have been slowly making my way through the manga. I just finished volume 3 the other day, and I was... Even from like the first chapter of the first volume, I was hooked. So the story follows Kafka Hibino, who works for a kaiju cleanup agency, while his childhood friend Mina Ashiro is a captain in the anti-kaiju defense force. Hibino dreams of fighting alongside Ashiro, but consistently fails the entry examination. But when a small kaiju enters Hibino's body and gives him the ability to turn into a humanoid kaiju, dubbed Kaiju number 8, hence the title, he and Reno Ichikawa, a new hire at his cleanup agency and also an aspiring Defense Force member, finally pass the exams, and they are inducted as full-time members in the 3rd Division, coincidentally under the command of Ashiro. That's the kind of general plot. I'm not going to get into spoilers because, like, it's really good, and you guys should, like, experience the story for yourself. But yeah, very, very excited about this. It looks great. It's being done by Production IG, who I'm misremembering what they've done in terms of other anime, but I know they've done, I think they've worked on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, if I'm remembering correctly, but I don't, maybe I'm not, because I'm not seeing that right off the bat. But yeah, no, they have not done JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They have done Haikyuu, they've done some Attack on Titan stuff, they did the 2 most recent seasons of Fooly Cooly. 3 most recent seasons of Fooly Cooly. I didn't realize they made a 4th one. That's news to me. I mean, from what I've heard, everything after season 1 of Fooly Cooly kind of sucks. So I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go any further than that. But mostly, though, we're gonna be covering this because this might mean Brian has to watch more anime, which is gonna be fun for me.
Wow. It's not. I don't hate I hate bad anime.
Brian, I've never watched anime, so I don't even have an opinion.
Well, you could watch Kaiju number 8.
That's what I was gonna
drops.
say.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Maybe this is the way. It's time.
You could watch the existential mindfuck that is Evangelion.
You could
if you
do
want.
that too, and like you'll have an existential crisis at the end.
I'm kind of already having that, so
All right.
I think I'm fine.
You think you're fine? Okay, that's fine.
I'm okay.
I don't blame you.
All right.
It's rough. It's a rough experience.
I think.
I mean, it's a great experience, but it's a rough
I
experience.
thi-
Yeah, and
God.
you get to watch the world end like 4 times in like 3 minutes. It's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Sounds great.
Well, think of it this way. It was a very big influence on Pacific Rim.
Oh, good. Then that's right up my
Yeah.
alley.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I like how that was like, oh yeah, the existential
That's all
crisis
I
stuff.
need.
I don't care. Just the Pacific Rim connection. They'll take
that
it.
or anything shark related now really catches me.
Honestly.
Ever since now it's just like I can't not.
It's hard.
Meg's everywhere.
Yeah.
my entire
It's the summer of
Instagram
Meg.
feed
It's the
is just
summer of
sharks
Meg.
now. So
Ah, it is the summer of Meg.
I was telling Siobhan, Brian, that like, no, because we were talking about this in the Discord server. Like, there's all those sharks on Cape Cod. We got to go see them and like
yeah.
kidnap them all and have them be
Maybe
pets.
one will show up in
No.
February.
Don't take them out of their natural habitat.
No, I
Dave.
want to pet great white Brian.
Brian
No.
feels very strongly about this because he too.
There's
has a bit of
enough
Meg in
dipshits
him.
that try and touch
Ever
the sharks.
since he ate that shark, Brian like has very strong.
He's on a deep
feelings.
spiritual connection
Yeah.
with the sharks now.
Yeah.
I do have a deep spiritual connection with the sharks.
And
That
is
was
it-
a religious
true.
experience.
religious
Consuming that, and then expelling that shark from
Yeah.
your system was a religious experience.
Like evolutionarily, I feel close to them.
That was such a
You'd be-
strong pause.
I know. I was like waiting for him to say something, and I'm like, is he gonna comment?
I was scratching my eye.
You can fucking talk while you scratch your eye, Brian.
Yeah, Brian. Dumbass.
Fuck up.
Man,
This
this
is so
this
stupid.
episode is going so
All right.
well. It's we're
Right
not
on.
even 10 minutes
No,
in,
here we go.
and
This
it's
is
already
great.
so off the
We're ready.
rails. My God.
It's gonna be good.
All right.
Adjust my microphone to be straight. There we
So
go.
that's it for the news. But because we don't have much news, I sent this article to you earlier, Brian, and
I didn't read all of it, but I did skim it.
it's okay because we're gonna go over it right now.
Okay.
Because I like doing fun stuff like this. Remember that quiz we did and we kicked its ass because they were all like really piss easy baby questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. But so hard drive. So if you don't know hard drive, they are like a video game equivalent of The Onion. Video game media, more so. I think they used to be video game specific, but now they've kind of branched out into other forms of media. But they have been doing a lot of like ranking lists, like kind of like parodying the BuzzFeed rankings stuff. But they put up this one earlier today. It's every classic Godzilla kaiju ranked by how good they would be as a parent. So this is by Kyle Duggan. So shout out to Kyle Duggan if you're listening. We're going over your article. I read it earlier. It's a lot of fun. So I'll read off the. Most of these are all really short, so I'll just read the whole thing verbatim. So, Godzilla fans are no strangers to endless debates about which kaiju is the strongest or fastest or even just the coolest. This is correct. This is demonstrably true. These arguments are well-trodden ground, but what about each kaiju's parental ability? Sure, only a few of these monsters have canonical offspring, but I think we can observe their behavior and make an educated guess about which kaiju would be best at raising a child. In fact, I know we can because I just did that in the list below. All right.
Cannot believe Mechagodzilla got last.
I know. Number 33, Mechagodzilla. It's a classic case of wire.
You're telling me King Ghidorah would be a better parent than Mechagodzilla?
Listen, Brian, the hard drive does their research, okay? They have some pretty solid arguments about this.
Oh my god.
So, Mechagodzilla, it's a classic case of wire mother, radioactive keloid scarring mother. I don't know what that means. The babies choose the radiation every time. That's the only like joke I didn't really get in this. I don't understand what that means. Maybe I'm
also
stupid.
don't.
All right. Number 32 is Hedorah. As far as I can tell, Hedorah smothers out all life within its general vicinity. That's not a bad metaphor for parenting, but it is bad parenting.
I like that.
Number 31, the giant octopus. Octopus mothers literally starve themselves to death while protecting their eggs from predators. That might sound like a noble sacrifice, but when you think about it, it's super toxic. Imagine having that hanging over your head for your whole life.
Bullshit. That's projecting.
That's projecting.
That's projecting.
All right. Number 30 is Megaguirus. Megaguirus sends her children out to perform labor for her, then literally sucks the energy out of them to sustain and empower herself. Wow, this list is turning out to be pretty metaphor heavy.
Wow.
I like that one a lot.
That one was very real.
It is very real.
It's very real.
I told you, they do their research over at the hard drive. This one I take issue with. Number 29 is Ebera. I mean, it's a giant lobster. It sucked as a kaiju. I bet it would also suck at raising children. I resent that.
This guy has never seen Ibra horror video.
No, he has not. Ebera is a phenomenal movie, and I stand by that.
And one of the best soundtracks in all of Godzilla.
It is. Masaru Sato, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I do.
All right, number 29 is Destroya. This is a
He
weird
should have
one.
been number 33.
You think?
He should be the worst. He's literally like, look at him.
Look at him.
Just look at him.
This is a weird one, since Destroya is the aggregate form of countless individual juveniles. Are they its parents? Is Destroya like a reverse mom to all of them? I can't really puzzle it out, and we're talking about a kaiju who had no problem murdering Godzilla Jr., so I'm just going to assume that would be a bad parent. I feel like that tracks. I think that tracks. Number 27, Brian, here you go, King Ghidorah. Unless those three heads are played by Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and Ted Danson, I just don't see this working out.
Yeah.
This one, I like this one. Number 26, Kamacuras. Kamacuras are giant praying mantises, meaning it would be pretty easy for them to keep their kids in line. They could just say something like, you better stop crying unless you want to end up like your dad. I guess that would work well in the short term, but it's probably going to inflict some kind of lasting trauma.
Okay.
I like this one too. Number 25, Varan. I don't think Varan would ever have kids. He would want to and would make plans to, but something would always come up. It would never be the right time. He'd be at birthday parties for his friends' kids, and people would keep asking, so when will it be your turn? Varan would laugh politely to hide the pain inside and say, oh, someday.
Oh, God.
Someday.
Oh, God.
That's so sad.
So sad.
That was... No.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, this one's also sad. Number 24, Megalon. You can't hug your child with giant drill arms.
That's true, you can't.
Well...
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Siobhan is like currently physically trying to imagine this.
Yeah. You can go like
He does
this.
have he does have little bug things on his head he can use to like maybe like
Those antennae are so short though. You can't really do much with those.
yeah, but to a human.
Oh, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Are we talking specifically about their specific offspring, or are we talking
I don't.
about
I think just in general, it doesn't.
okay.
It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't specify.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Number 23, Batra. Sorry, guys. Batra is uncle coded. He's an alternate version of your parents that seems super cool when you're young, but the allure fades as you get older and realize that there's a reason he doesn't show up to most holidays, and it's not because he's got other plans.
So real. I like that.
Number 22, Gabara. Gabara is a schoolyard bully transformed into a giant monster by a child's imagination. Bullies command authority like parents. They are overly concerned with your sexuality like parents, but they give out way more wedgies than any parent ever should.
Yeah, Gabra is a bit of a bastard. I can get behind that.
Yeah, I like this one. Number 21, Orga. Despite the fact that the Millennials made sure to collect a DNA sample from a man who was holding a world's #1 dad cup and incorporate it into their abominable creation, Orga falls inevitably short of their high standards. Your dad could beat up Orga.
Nah,
You don't think your dad could beat up Orga, Brian?
you've never met my dad.
I have met your dad multiple times.
That's true, you have, but no, he cannot beat up Orga.
Do you think my dad could beat up Orga?
Your dad can beat up Orga with his words.
Okay.
I think my
I've heard your dad
would
be
beat up
mean.
Orga.
Could your dad beat up this? Do you
My
think
dad
that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You seem very confident in that.
He's an ex-firefighter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For sure, then.
He can lift pianos.
Your dad could beat up
Oh,
Orga.
yeah.
Your dad could beat up Orga.
Oh, yeah. He's like Black Indiana Jones.
That sounds sick.
Thank you. Woo-hoo! Thank you. I love that. Thank you.
That does sound pretty sick.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right. Number 20.
I'm going to put that on my resume.
How would you put that on a resume?
My dad is
Black Indiana Jones.
My dad is Black Indiana Jones. That's going on my resume. It just shows what I'm capable of.
Okay. I mean,
Are you
short
putting
round
that?
and
Are you
mud.
putting that in like your personal qualities or like your skill
Yeah,
set?
that's
or
my-
is that
That's,
Where would you put that in your resume?
I don't know. I guess personal. No. You know what?
You
No,
should
I
put it
feel
up
like
there.
I feel like that would just be what I open with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just
that's
what I
what I was
open
gonna
with.
You should put that up there with like your contact info.
Yes, just right on the top, the headliner.
Oh,
Like
that would
right
be good.
right below your email address. It's just, oh yeah, my dad is Black Indiana Jones.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
So they see it right away. It hooks them.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that
Perfect.
you gotta. It's like any like paper you're writing. You gotta have people hooked by like the first sentence.
Joe is wild. He's a wild man. He does many things. He's a jack of all trades.
Does he raid tombs in search of
I
artifacts?
don't know what he's doing.
You don't know? Okay,
I don't know
so
what
who
he's
knows?
doing.
He may very well.
He retired this year, so he's even more off doing.
Well, Indiana Jones retired in the newest movie, so
That's what I'm saying. Like
tracks.
he could be doing anything right now. I have no idea. Mysterious man.
moving on. Number 20, Mogera. I don't think Mogera would be a good parent on its own. I do think it would be a good toy to give a screaming child to distract it and shut it up for 5 minutes or so. That's got to count for something. I think that definitely tracks. That's very accurate.
That is accurate. I like Mogera.
Number 19, Gigan. Gigan is at least part chicken, an animal that famously lets humans harvest its eggs and even its young. I don't know for sure that Gigan does the same, but it doesn't fill me with confidence.
I love how they use the picture of the big Chungus guy.
Yeah.
The Gigan Rex short.
It's pretty good.
Oh, because it really does look like a chicken.
I
Oh
know.
my God.
Especially in
So
that
good.
one. All
Yeah.
right, number 18, Kumanga. There are some species of spider that carry newborns on their backs, right? I think I saw that on National Geographic or something before I managed to find the remote.
Wow.
This one actually did shock me. Number 17, Mothra.
Wait, can I say something about Kumanga though?
Go for it.
I think Kumanga would be a good parent because Kumanga is a spider who eats other bad bugs, and spiders you're usually pretty chill with humans.
That's true. I mean, Kumanga was definitely not chill to humans in Son of Godzilla.
Well, I mean, you know, give him another chance, my guy. Life is about second chances.
I mean, I guess Kumanga ended up helping in the final fight and destroy all monsters, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. All right, number 17, Mothra. You're probably shocked to see Mothra ranked so poorly since she is widely known. This one actually is probably my favorite. It's my second favorite on here. You're probably shocked to see Mothra ranked so poorly since she is widely known for protecting her eggs and is associated with birth and motherhood. But tell me this, in all the time we have spent with any of the Mothras, have you ever seen them actually raise their young? No, they just die and leave the burden of caring for their larvae to the inhabitants of Infant Island. Those guys are the real heroes.
Fucking based as hell. That is so true.
It really is. Like, no one would think of that. That's so true, though.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. All
wow.
Right. Number 16, Manda.
Is this character assassination for Mothra?
It might be. Oh no,
Donnie Winter may get pissed off at this.
we got the exact same thought at the same time. I'm like, God, don't let Donnie see this. Jesus.
Oh no. Donnie, if you're listening, I'm sorry. This was Dave's idea.
I'm not the one who wrote the article. Blame Kyle
fair.
Duggan. All right, number 16, Manda. Both dragons and the word mom are traditionally popular tattoos. Personally, I don't think that's a coincidence. It's so succinct. Number 15, Biollante. Okay, so Biollante is an unholy monster created by combining the DNA of a rose, Godzilla, and a young woman. It was the last desperate attempt by the young woman's father to bring her back to life. Sure, she went a little crazy at first, but once she works through those issues, I'm sure she'll settle down and start a family just like her dad wanted her to. I don't think that's true. I've seen Godzilla versus Biollante a number of times. I don't think that tracks.
Why though?
I don't know. She just doesn't seem. She just doesn't seem like the kind of character who would even bother with children. Her whole thing was that like she wanted to die. I feel that was her whole thing. She just didn't want to live. That was the vibe I got from her.
I haven't seen Godzilla vs. Biollante since I watched it at your place. So
oh God, yeah.
I should probably rewatch it.
Good luck.
Oh my God, poor Baragon's number 14.
I know.
That's sad. That's so sad. He's such a good boy.
He is. This one was actually really sad though. Baragon would really try his best. He'd go to work every day, get back in time to read bedtime stories to his kids every night, and go to all of their Little League games. He would still get blamed for everything during therapy.
Wow.
It's so sad. They did him so dirty.
How is he lower than fucking Godzilla?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
But yeah, number 13, Godzilla. We have seen multiple versions of Godzilla raise a child. He's okay at it. Sure, Showa era Godzilla resorts to corporal punishment, but they didn't know any better back then. It does seem like his children only find themselves once they've left the nest, though. I'll accept that. I can accept that answer, I feel. This one's right on the money though. Number 12, Rodan. Rodan was ready to raise baby Godzilla as its own. I have nothing but respect for Rodan.
I also have nothing but respect for Rodan.
Number 11, Godzilla Jr. Godzilla Jr. probably isn't ready for kids yet, but I think he'll get there. He has plenty of positive role models in his life to draw upon. If he chooses to bring Godzilla III into the world, I'm sure he would do a good job. And honestly,
oh my God,
yeah,
I want a Godzilla III.
I want one too. It'd be perfect.
Can we get like a fan film made where it's just like returning to the Heisei movies and it's just Godzilla III? It's like 30 years in the future.
Well, Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex is already like a continuation, so we just gotta continue on that.
Oh my God, you're right. What's the next anniversary got coming?
Well, Megalon was this year.
What's after Megalon?
Brian, are you fucking serious?
Oh. No, don't talk to me.
Wow. Fake Mecha Godzilla fan.
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
Jesus. We're in the top 10 now.
Shame.
God damn it.
Titanosaurus. I like this one a lot. Honestly,
This is shocking.
Honestly, I just like Titanosaurus because he's so strong. Imagine how many "my dad is stronger than your dad" arguments his kids would win. That's everything I would want out of a parent.
Oh my god, that kid would be the ultimate kid on the playground.
He would be. All right, number 9, King Kong. It's unclear if this version of King Kong has ever had children, but primates typically nurture their young for an extended period of time. Toho's Kong does hit the berry juice a little too hard, so you might want to cut back on that if he becomes a father.
He took care of the little girl. What's her face?
I would love that as a
She
dad.
was.
You would love King Kong as a father? I would too. He seemed like a good dude.
No.
I'm surprised to see Manila so high up at number 8.
Oh, my god, he's a fucking nightmare. I hate him.
Talk about parentification. Manila has been forced to deal with Godzilla's problems for a long time. While he lacks the physical strength of his alternate universe equivalent, Godzilla Jr., his emotional intelligence is through the roof. He would be an empathetic and attentive caretaker.
I never thought I would see Manila and emotional intelligence in the same paragraph.
It's a little, there's a little dissonance there, yeah.
What in the world?
All right, number 7, Anguirus. Okay, so Anguirus is uncle coded too, but he's more like late season Uncle Jesse. Grown up, more stable, ready to take on more responsibilities. He would have had the emotional capacity to raise Manila if Godzilla had died in a tragic accident like a plane crash. He's probably thought about that exact scenario before, like a lot. Well, that's a little questionable, I think. All right.
No, I mean, I don't know if Anguirus is Uncle Code. I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me.
I don't know. I like this one, though. Number 6, Gorosaurus. Gorosaurus is basically just a T-Rex. Find me a child who wouldn't want a T-Rex as their dad. You can't. I'm sorry to all the dads reading this, but your child would trade you for a dinosaur in a heartbeat.
Goddamn fucking right, I would.
100%.
Oh my god.
All right, this one is my favorite. This one is actually my favorite. Number 5, Space Godzilla. It might be surprising to see Space Godzilla make the top 5, but think about it. What did he do that's so wrong? Took little Godzilla away from Big G? They're not even blood related, and I doubt Godzilla went through all the proper adoption procedures. I see Space Godzilla as the kaiju version of Child Protective Services. He took a displaced youth into his protection, set some clear boundaries, and everybody acted like he was the bad guy. That's just the world we live in, I suppose.
That's pretty. I like that.
Yeah, the Space Godzilla. This one's so funny too, just to see the giant condor at fucking number 4, and it's just birds take excellent care of their babies. It's kind of their whole thing, which I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Number 3, we have Zilla. Zilla spends its entire solo movie building a nest and stockpiling food for its offspring. It grieved their deaths. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional just writing about this. The movie didn't earn a reaction this genuine.
Yeah, it did.
All right. God. Number 2, King Caesar. King Caesar would be the ultimate single dad. He would always find a way to come to your aid during times of need, whether it was helping you with your homework or talking you through relationship issues. Just make sure you don't wake him up unless there's a real emergency. I feel like that tracks. I could see King Caesar being
Caesar. I would want King Caesar as my dad.
I agree. Siobhan, what do you think? Would you want this guy as your dad?
No, I want Kong.
You want Kong? Okay, you're committed to Kong.
Yeah, but King Caesar is fluffy, and he has big ears, and he has a crown.
Kong.
Okay, you're staying with Kong.
Damn.
All right, but now we got number 1, and who else could it be but Jet Jaguar?
I knew it was him before I even opened. Before I even went to the second page.
Who could be ranked higher than the ultimate single dad? Why, the shape-shifting, child-protecting robot who marries him, of course. Now, you might be thinking that the two kaiju never get married or even appear in the same movie in canon, but I would ask you to keep an open mind. Google Jet Jaguar / King Caesar to learn more.
All right, I'm going to look it up.
Brian, no.
I'm going to do it.
No, Brian.
Oh,
we have to talk about the Meg.
Oh, dear God.
Brian,
oh, no.
Brian just looks at actual porn on the podcast.
Oh no.
That's okay.
There's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's not. There's
disappointing.
Oh,
Oh,
I scrolled down a little bit. I'm seeing some fan art I don't like. I'm getting off of here.
Oh no!
Were there nipples,
All right.
Brian?
I didn't look long enough at it. I just saw a very, very slim looking King Caesar and I didn't like it.
Okay. Well, we can move on to talking about the Meg.
All right.
Guys, where the fuck do we start with this?
Should we just start with the opening scene?
Oh, the opening scene that they took from the book, and then instead of using it as like a transition into the main story, it was just there for no particular reason.
Oh, you mean the part where he's like on top of the fucking?
No, the fucking the prologue in the Cretaceous period.
Just eats
the
T-Rex.
Yeah.
It just didn't really have much to do with it.
It was just there because it was in the first book.
It wouldn't have affected anything.
I thought it was gonna do what it did in the book, which it led to him like teaching a class or something.
But that they didn't do that. It was just there.
No, it was.
You know what I should do?
All right,
I should bring up my full review to read off of.
Yeah. I was gonna. Should we just start talking about Jason and how he was?
He's an eco-terrorist now.
He's a different man.
He really is. He's
a different man.
I do think his character is a little more better developed this time around.
I actually gotta say I changed based off of this movie. I've decided now. Wait, when we were discussing last time, we were like, could Indiana Jones take on the Meg?
Yeah.
And could Jason? What were we asking if Jason could take on?
If he could go after the Ark.
Oh, the Ark. No, it was the Grail.
No, it was the Ark.
Why did I think we were talking about that?
I don't know. It was definitely the Ark of the Covenant.
No, it was the Grail.
Are you sure? I swear to
we
God.
were like, would he choose the right Grail? Remember?
I think okay. I think we talked about both then.
I think it was just an overall like, do you think
that
he could be like Indiana Jones and do Indiana Jones shit?
I felt like he could more.
You think so?
After the second movie, I felt like he showed more of his Indiana Jones side.
I see. I think a lot of that comes from the fact that like his relationship with Mei Ying is like way better this time around, because now he's like a legitimate father figure towards her. Because oh my fucking god, they pulled a Mako Mori in Pacific Rim Uprising here, because Su Yin is just dead.
Yeah.
She's completely gone.
That was so funny to me. Oh my god, that was funny.
I was like, I was like in shock. I'm like, they just killed her off screen.
They were like, that's just it for her.
I kind of knew they were gonna do it, because I don't know if you remember this, Dave, but I remember a while ago the actress for her, like, she got busted on like money laundering and shit.
Oh, was that her?
Really?
Yeah.
I was wondering. It was Bing Bang.
I'm pretty sure it was her. Yeah, she got like busted, so she's not in any movies or anything. I don't know. I could be wrong. It was pretty big. There was a bunch of like government officials.
I don't think it was.
Movie
I was
stars.
really relieved that they didn't give him a new love interest.
I
was
was
relieved that they
too.
didn't even really try to do a love interest with him at all.
It
was
felt
really
like they
just
were-
about his daughter, and I appreciated that.
It felt like they were kind of maybe thinking about doing that with Regis at times, but thankfully
I'm
they didn't
so
commit
glad they
to it.
didn't.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that really kind of
Oh no, I'm wrong. It was not her. Sorry.
Yeah.
it didn't need
It was
a
a different
love
person.
interest. It didn't.
I guess she
need
just
it.
left acting.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, she hasn't really. She was in something last year, Ordinary Hero, but that is a Chinese production, so I don't even know if it got released here in the States. But the last big thing she was in was the Meg, so.
Damn.
Oh well.
Oh my god, she was also in Resident Evil Retribution, Dave.
Oh, was she?
Apparently.
Oh, she was Ada. What the fuck?
Oh my god, she was Ada.
Oh,
with the
God.
cosplay hairdo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
Anyways.
That was funny. That was off track. I'm sorry.
So I want to talk about this. Out of the three of us, I was the only person who read The Trench, the book.
Yeah.
So let me tell you
Bravo.
guys exactly how much the book and the film have in common with each other. Brian, I already told Siobhan in the theater. Brian, would you like to take a guess how much this has in common?
None of it.
Incorrect. There are exactly two things it has in common with it.
Wow. Okay.
Two things. And those two things are the existence of Haichi, sort of,
Okay.
and I'll get into that,
Okay.
and the whole mining operation in the trench.
Okay.
Those are the
So that
I was
was in the
irritated
book.
with that.
So let me get into this. So in the book, it's not Haichi, it's Angel. And Angel is named as such because she is the angel of death for Jonas. That's he's got like PTSD from, again, dealing with a megalodon. And also, Angel ties back to the first book because it's the offspring of the Meg from that book. In this movie, Haichi is just another Meg that they found and kidnapped.
Oh yeah, they said that they just came across it.
Yeah, we just found it in the trench,
In the last, yeah.
which is not
Or no,
very
it was
interesting.
it was a pup that got loose during.
Was it?
He said it was a
Oh.
pup that got loose during the whole ordeal.
I see.
And they captured it.
That's still not as interesting as it having being
Yeah,
the offspring, though.
no.
It doesn't tie back at all. So, and also, like, she escapes, and once they get into the trench, we don't see her until literally the end of the movie. She's so unimportant to the plot.
Yeah, it was really just that Haichi escapes, and that's how they kind of
Yeah.
discover the mining. I don't think, because they probably wouldn't have discovered the mining operation because they didn't go to that area until, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the sharks, at least in the movie, it seemed like the sharks kind of took them off course of where they were going.
But that was after they entered the trench. Haichi didn't follow them into the trench.
No, I thought, yeah, but Haichi chased them into the trench.
She did, but they were still like going in the same area until they saw those other three megalodons.
Oh, so Haichi didn't go into like the mating area.
I don't think so.
Why did I think Haichi did?
I think she I don't know. That's just how
I'm very
forgettable her
confused.
presence in the movie is.
I know, it's unfortunate.
Because like they talk about like, oh,
Now,
no, she did go in the trench.
yeah. I
But then-
thought she did because I thought that's like they followed them all
Yeah.
and they were all mating, but then
But then we don't see her until the end of the movie.
so she came back up with them
I
at
guess.
some point. That's the other thing.
It's just so unimportant because she doesn't take part in like the final battle or whatever.
No.
She's-
And then she just shows up and then she doesn't eat him.
Yeah.
The clicker thing was like,
Yeah, he's Ju Ming is the Chris Pratt of the Meg series.
yeah.
Oh my god, he
It's
did
true.
the hand thing.
He did the hand thing.
It's true.
That means Haichi is the blue of the Meg series, Brian.
Oh my.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
You should rename your car to Haichi.
I'm not naming it Haichi. Sorry.
But
Not
yeah,
doing it.
so
Blue.
you're gonna stick with blue. That's okay. I don't blame you. Blue's a good name for a car.
Mhm.
My car's green.
Your car's very green.
My car is named Mama Cosma.
I love that. I don't have a name
What's
for
it
my
named?
car.
Mama Cosma, because you know Cosmo's mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
I get
me,
it.
Brian.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so they go down to the trench and they find the mining operation, which again is from the book. It's
I thought that was a cool idea. I'm gonna be honest
it's
with
a
you.
very cool idea, but unfortunately, just like Haichi, it barely has any influence on the plot. Like
Yeah, it
in
really
the
didn't.
in the book, it's split between two different characters. It's split between Jonas's perspective. He's trying to deal with Angel, who's escaped, and now she's terrorizing the seas. And it's also Terry, who's down in the trench with our villain, Benedict Singer, who is a much, much more evil version of what we get in the movie with, what is her name?
Are you talking about the rich woman?
Yeah, Hillary Driscoll. I was trying to find the
Yeah.
name on the
Oh
synopsis.
my god, she was such a nothing character.
She was.
She,
What the fuck was that?
she also just annoyed me during the scenes with what were the little animal things that were eating them?
According
What are
to
those called?
Wikipedia's synopsis, they're called snappers.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, I kind of like that. Snappers. All right. That's fine. I don't mind that.
But,
for now.
So in the book, the villain is like another billionaire. He's kind of like an Elon Musk almost.
She just seemed like clueless.
She kind of did. But
Like, I was like, how did you make it this far in the first place with this whole operation? Like, she got out of the helicopter while those things were eating everyone. And I was just like, oh, yes, that's so smart.
My question is, why did she go there in the first place?
because I don't.
I was honestly
She didn't need to.
confused by how they all ended up on that island. Because wasn't that just Fun Island?
It was Fun Island.
Why were they all on Fun Island?
Because it was the closest landmass, like populated landmass to Mono One.
But why did she go to Fun Island?
I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it was because
I don't know if there was a.
she wanted to like clean up, like Jonas and co were still alive, so she just wanted to like kill him. I think.
She didn't. What's she gonna do?
I don't fucking know.
That's
Brian,
what I mean. Like she
I'm
had other
trying-
people there
stupid.
handling it anyway.
I'm trying my best
You know
to
what
like
hold
get
on.
in her mind.
I'm trying to
Okay.
remember what I definitely wrote like a note or something. Something I thought was funny. I have to find it.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'm gonna keep talking about like the
My sister just asked what I'm doing right now.
So to compare Driscoll and Singer in the novel, Singer is literally a mustache twirling villain. Like he is holding Terry Taylor's life in his hands. He is more than ready to kill her at any moment's notice. And also in The Trench, the book, we have this character. What is her name? She's a Celeste Singer. She is this like femme fatale type character who just straight up casually admits to Jonas, oh yeah, Benedict took me in when I was like 13 years old, and he quickly realized that he really wanted me, so he had sex with me at 13 years old. And this was just a casual conversation that she's telling Jonas about this, and like Jonas is like, wow, you had a fucked up childhood, and that's all. That's all that comes with that.
That's
Oh,
vile.
hold on. It gets worse.
All right.
Oh no!
It gets worse.
Oh, David.
At the very end of the book, spoilers, sorry, Benedict reveals to Celeste that she is actually his daughter as well.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
See, Brian and I didn't need to read this book.
I guess not.
Brian and I did
That
not
would
need
do
to
nothing
read
for
this.
me except add like trauma
Yeah, no,
into
we
my
didn't
life.
need this. Thanks for facing this for us.
You're welcome. I try my best.
Took one for the team.
You really did do the hard bit.
He took
Dave.
one for the team.
I just saluted. No one can see this as an audio thing, but I
saw
saluted. But
I felt it in my soul.
those
Yeah.
two things aside, I do like the book. Those are just two glaring
Alright.
errors.
You gotta have something shocking though.
Yeah,
To
but
make
it's
you
just-
uneasy.
It just seems like
could
so
have been
over the top
sharp-related.
evil that like it almost doesn't fit. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so Driscoll is a much less interesting villain for that. Not that she needed to be an incestuous pedophile to be an interesting character.
No, but
she's
still.
just she's just boring. Because again, aside from that, Benedict is still a very cold, cartoony, evil villain, and he's fun to watch, like play around with people's
Yeah.
livelihoods. But on the topic of the snappers,
Oh.
so there is another creature in the trench in the book.
Oh.
It's not the snappers, though. It is an actual dinosaur called a Kronosaurus. That's kind of like it's sort of Mosasaurus-like.
Okay.
In which I understand that they changed it because they had to have the snappers play a part in the final like climax of the film, and you can't really do that with a marine reptile because it
Yeah.
can't go out of the ocean. But it's like, I thought the snappers were kind of ugly. I did not like how they
them.
looked.
I
Dave,
didn't
they
have,
gave me 65 vibes.
They gave me 65 vibes as well.
You know, okay,
Yeah.
do you know what they gave me? They gave me like, you know, the rats in Princess Bride?
Yeah.
The giant
The
rats.
rodents of unusual size.
Yes, the rodents of unusual size. Okay, there was at one point where like what's his name was like wrestling with one.
Yeah, Wesley.
No. In this
In
movie.
the Meg. Sorry, I thought we were still talking about Princess Bride.
What's his name? The uncle.
Oh, Ju-Ming.
Juming, thank you. Juming was wrestling with one on the ground, and it was literally like exact sliced scene from The Princess Bride. It was just replace Wesley right there. But it was the same thing. They were both on the ground laying there. All he had to do was lean over and fire had to shoot out of the ground, and there it is.
Would have been a better movie.
I just pictured that happening, and I enjoyed it very much. Try that next time.
Okay.
Just picture a different movie.
Whenever I watch Meg 2 again.
Yeah, if you're watching a movie you don't enjoy, just picture a different movie.
Well, let me tell you, I can't wait till this comes out on like home release. And I'm gonna get just super high and watch both movies back to back, double feature.
I got really high and I watched the Meg 2, so
we should definitely do a little like with the projector or something.
We should. I don't know how well that would work with Brian.
not well.
Brian could just come back.
Don't know about that.
Maybe.
Do we want to talk about how Jonas Taylor just defies the laws of physics?
I think that entire movie defies the laws of physics.
Oh, no, I know, but like
what
specifically.
About wait, real quick though. Actually,
What do you
just
mean?
reminded me of something.
What the fuck do you mean? What do I mean?
When the
What do you
Meg
mean?
comes through the station
What
and
part?
eats that girl,
Yeah.
the evil girl, and there's just like a pause where there's nothing happening, then all of a sudden all the water comes in and hits that guy. Like it starts.
I think because it was in slow motion.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
no,
it
it ate
was.
her, and then he was like standing there, and then he turned to run, and then the water.
Well, because the
came
Meg's head
through.
was in the window, and then it pulled back, and then the water went in.
But Dave, I'm which part?
in this,
When he
it
goes
breaks through the
swimming
station.
without a suit in 25,000 feet below sea level, Brian.
No, that's
Oh yes,
possible.
that.
I do not believe that.
It is. No, the reason why pressure is a problem at the bottom of the ocean is because if you are in a submersible and it has a fault and it implodes, your body isn't imploding from the pressure. You're being crushed by the thing imploding on you.
Yeah.
The human body is made up of like mostly water, so you're actually fine underneath all that water. It's water displacement that's the problem, Dave.
I thought you were talking about like during the scenes when he's like fighting him, like in the escape pod area when they're fighting. I was like, that all just seemed way too
How did that
theatrical.
seem? It's an action movie, Siobhan.
Yeah, but it just didn't look. I don't know. He just didn't look right for me. I didn't believe it was happening.
Dave, I actually think that the sequence of him trying to
It's
go
an
out
action movie.
like swimming around was actually pretty good. Because like it's true, it will crack and fracture your bones a bit, but it's not going to outright implode you.
I just don't think they explained it very well.
No,
the
they
film.
didn't. They I know they tried to do it, but if you have no like pre-existing knowledge, then you're going to be like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna take your word for it, Brian.
I
Believe
had
me,
no pre-existing knowledge. And
I
just
watch a
believed
lot of
what they
Kyle
said.
Hill, Dave.
All right, Brian. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take
And Scott Manley. He's so
we're
awesome.
gonna take a submersible down to the Mariana Trench, and we're gonna test this theory.
Well, hold on now. First of
There's
all,
like 3 of them in
No,
the
no.
whole world that are capable of going down.
First
that
of
far.
all, you've got you, David, who analyzes what's going on. And then you've got Brian over here who's just like, I don't know what Brian's doing.
I learned.
But then you've got
physics.
me.
I don't know
Then
where
you've
you're going
got
with this.
me. Then you've got me, the oblivious random person in the theater who's just like, And I gotta tell you that when they said that he would be fine under there if he just blew the water out of his nose, I was like, fine, great. And I took it and I ran with it and I watched the rest of the movie. So
He didn't-
I would
he-
assume that most of the people that even spent money on bothering to see this movie probably also were like, yeah, that's fine. And they just took it and ran with it.
Okay.
Do you really think that many people had the problem with who's seeing this movie?
I saw when I went on Reddit to the discussion thread on this movie. That was the first comment I saw
About what was it again?
about him swimming in the 25,000 feet down.
Really?
Yes.
People are that upset about this?
That is the first comment I saw on the thread. I hear Brian typing. He's probably bringing it up right now.
Oh God.
I'm just. I want to see if I can find something.
Well, what else?
Yeah. Okay.
What else
I'm correct.
Okay.
So
Brian's correct.
They were right, but they explained it really shit.
Are you surprised?
No. But essentially what he did was correct. He pushed. The problem is that you can't have a lot of air in your body because air underneath all the pressure is the problem.
So is it kind of the same thing where like you can technically survive in the vacuum of space?
Yeah, for like 30 seconds and then you freeze. It's just so cold.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to explode.
Okay.
I mean, maybe eventually you'll explode if you hit something. I don't know, but under the water. I mean, the biggest problem is you're gonna drown because there's nowhere to go.
I when I was typing up my full review, I just mentioned that I just chalked it up to Jason Statham being built different. That's my headcanon for this movie.
To be fair to you, Dave, his bones would have been broken.
Yeah.
But he would not have. He could have survived it, but his bones would have definitely cracked.
Well, if his bones think about it this way,
Wouldn't
then
he have just been like?
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to swim then if his bones had all shattered.
No, not shattered. I mean, they will fracture.
When he seemed like he was going to pass out when he got like dizzy, what was that happening? Was that because he was holding his breath?
I guess. I don't know.
That's what I was confused about.
I don't think it's very realistic that he's gonna go outside of the station
and
swim around it and be fine. But I do think that the movie, it did make an effort to try and explain why it's possible.
I really, what did I enjoy? I see my notes.
I don't know. What did you enjoy, Siobhan?
Oh, I really enjoyed DJ's backpack.
Oh, you did enjoy DJ's backpack quite a lot.
Wow.
You were like giggling about that the whole time.
He was not gonna let that go. He was like, I gotta wear this backpack the whole time. He wore that till they ended up on the beach at the end.
Yeah, even afterwards.
Oh.
And
he had that Desert Eagle with him the whole time.
That was a fucking massive gun.
I loved the gun. I honestly really loved his character. I thought he got more fun.
He did.
Once it picked up.
He definitely
towards
did.
Like the middle.
Because DJ was the best character.
I agree.
I agree too. Yeah.
Shout out DJ's character.
And the Megalodon rap over the credits. That's him. That's Paige Kennedy.
Oh,
that's him?
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it was so good. That was his movie.
It
Sorry,
is.
Jason.
And the song, by the way, the song is literally called Chomp. If you're interested.
All right.
Nice. Is it on Spotify?
It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify on the soundtrack to Meg 2.
Right.
I was listening to it on the drive home from New Hampshire yesterday.
I'm glad you.
I have to go get rent money out of the bank today. I'm gonna put it on when I'm going over there.
So we have this mercenary character Montez, and he blows up the mining operation to try and kill Jonas and co. But that makes a big hole in the thermocline, and that takes all the Megs.
That didn't close by the end of the movie, right?
They
it was still open?
They said it would close eventually.
They said, yeah, I know, but like.
But we didn't see it.
They
close.
left it open. So what if that means there is another movie coming?
Well, here's the thing about the potentiality of Meg 3.
It already made its budget back. We're gonna get another one.
There's a very good chance we will get Meg 3.
Meg Monday continues.
Meg Monday will never die.
Speaking of Meg 3, I have some anecdotes from our number one fan. Sam,
okay,
here,
I'm listening.
Okay, so the first thing she wanted me to say was she can't wait for Meg 3.
Okay.
Good.
The other thing she wanted to say, and this is the last thing I remember, so I hope I'm not missing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Well, she'll probably tell you if you are.
She thought Haichi was very, very cute and handsome and had a nice smile.
Oh, no,
creepy, but nice smile.
I agree with that. I did like Haichi. She was cool.
Yeah.
But not overly important to the plot.
Oh man, I can't. I feel like there's one more thing and I'm just forgetting. Oh man.
Was it the big giant octopus?
No, but I did really like the octopus, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
I like the octopus.
We'll get to that because that's at the very end.
Okay.
But I do want to. One of my main issues with the movie kind of made itself known when we were still in the trench, and that's that, with the exception of Ju Ming, I did not give a shit about any of the new characters.
Yeah.
Not a single new character was memorable.
Dude,
like,
as soon as I saw the cast, I was like, I know exactly who's expendable.
The girl that was freaking out down there, whatever her name was, I was like, why are you even on this trip?
I don't know.
Why did you go into the trench?
I couldn't tell you any of their names.
You shouldn't even have gotten in the submarine.
I think Lance was one. Was Lance one of the guys?
I memorized them by like what their significant like characteristic. Like there was the guy who was like, look at all the different colored octopus.
Was he the one who got killed by the octopus?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense then.
That was what I
the fucking nerd.
Yeah, he was expendable.
Panicked about him disappearing.
Yeah.
And then
as soon as they started making fun of him about having figures, I was like, oh, this guy's so dead.
I will say the woman who died because her mask cracked like right before they went into the airlock. That was cool.
And Juming was like devastated.
He was.
That was like he was more devastated than any other point in the movie, I think.
Yeah, I mean Wu Jing's a good actor. Like I like him as an actor, and he showed up and did his job for sure.
I actually was gonna say I liked the chemistry between the cast in this much better than the first.
It is a lot better because I think at this point, like some of them, obviously not the whole cast, but they've already worked together on the first movie, so they kind of know how to interact with each other and how to make that feel natural. You know,
that's true.
I think that's what it is. But yeah, I just that was the main thing for me is that the characters in this one, the new ones at least, were just so uninteresting. And like the whole plot on Mono 1 where there's like a mole, like Driscoll has a mole.
Oh, I did not like her.
I didn't like her either, but I didn't like her because it was
pointless.
It was presented in such an uninteresting way that I was like, okay, I don't care. And also, oh, it's the new character who's the evil one. What a shocker.
She wasn't an interesting.
No.
No, it wasn't. It didn't catch me at all. I was just like, that's what the mole is. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was done in a very basic, generic way. And you could have done something interesting with it. I don't know what.
I was really happy the way she got eaten, though.
Oh yeah, and she was like, "Oh, this is Meg proof."
I was so pleased with the way they did that.
Yeah.
God, I was a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, and this is my fault because my brain went a little wild when I saw the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never watched.
For some reason, and I think it's because like Sam may have mentioned it, and I like in my head I was like, yes, that is exactly what she's doing. I thought she was making like a fucking TikTok or something. I thought that would have been fucking hilarious if she was making a TikTok and then she got eaten.
Honestly,
they should have done that.
The way she said it in the trailer, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Oh fuck, dude! I remember the last thing that Sam wanted me to say. I remember it. Oh my god.
Go for it. We're listening.
Okay.
Wow.
And this is actually something that I brought up with you before you had seen it, so I couldn't expand on it.
Okay.
So, you know how in our Discord, in our Meg themed Discord, Sam said that she was disappointed that they didn't play Barracuda.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna expand on that. Is that what she was saying was like the fight between Jason Statham and the three Megs would have been a good time to play Barracuda. Like she said that she felt like music was missing from that.
I don't know. I thought it was fine. I think that whole action sequence just wasn't as thrilling as it could have been. So like I didn't mind the lack of a needle drop.
Well, I think she's right that having the music probably would have added to it though.
It was too broken up. I think that they kept cutting between too many characters.
That's
and
true.
It just kind of got lost.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if they had, portions of the final act kind of play out individually, and then eventually you get to the big Meg fight at the end, that would have been better. But instead, it was cutting in between it all the time.
Yeah,
and it got confusing. And that's just bad editing, though. I'm gonna be honest with
and
you.
don't get me wrong, I liked that scene. Like Jonas fucking jousting with the Megs with explosive spears was really cool.
I did like how fucked up the sharks got.
Yeah,
that was
he
pretty
fucking
cool.
blew a hole in its skull.
I think that's what made me feel like he could do more. I think that
so.
was the scene that really I was like, oh, all right.
Going back to that, actually, I want to know, could Indiana Jones survive this movie? I don't think he could.
I don't know.
Are we talking like old
No.
Indiana Jones?
So
or Prime?
last time we were talking Prime Indiana Jones. I think we should
Yeah.
stick with Prime Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I just think this
Does
is
Indiana
out of
Jones
his
know how to
realm.
drive a jet ski?
Probably.
I think this is kind of out of his realm, though.
I don't think he would want to go into anywhere near the trench.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like that's out of his.
Yeah, like he would probably go down there, but like he wouldn't swim out in the trench.
No.
He would not do
No.
that. He would not do
No.
that. And I don't think he would be able to have a jousting match between 3 prehistoric sharks.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Indy. I know I gave it to you last time, but I don't think you could take it this time. I'm sorry.
He's too much of a selfish fighter.
He kind of
Too.
is.
Like, he's a selfish fighter. He's for himself. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm glad we're continuing this, though. I'm gonna put this in.
Actually, something I did want to bring up. I kind of liked how they just kind of put the spears together.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that was pretty.
With
quick.
the explosive
just cut
spears, they
them
were just
off.
like, we have these explosives. You know,
It was
like,
very MacGyver-like. Yeah.
fuck it.
Jimmy
It was
came
funny.
up with that on the fly.
Yeah.
I liked. I did like that little scene when they were trying to like get the explosive.
Oh, and like the
bag-
garage.
bag. Yeah, I liked that. I thought that was a little
That was
kitschy.
fun.
That was corny and funny.
I also
this kept
I also
me
really liked the fucking
engaged.
oh my god, well, it was just like the camera from the fucking trailer where they
Yes.
had the shark, like the camera in the shark's mouth. And it was
Yeah.
just chomping down on people, but actually getting to see it in the movie
Yeah.
was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I appreciated it a lot more in the movie than I did in the trailer. And that's one of the things I like most about the movie is that, because again, I like Ben Wheatley as a director, and I was really excited to see what he could do with this. It really feels that once they're out of the trench, it turns into a completely different movie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it feels like it turns into the movie that Ben Wheatley wanted to make, because you see a lot more of his like directorial style in that second half than you do
really?
any time before, when they're maybe like during the fight between Jonas and Montez. Maybe because he's really good at directing action. Like, if either of you guys have seen Free Fire, which is a movie he did back in 2016, I think, that's like very heavy on like fast-paced action and like fight scenes and stuff. And that, like, that second half where it's like just kind of balls to the wall action for the rest of the movie, that's kind of where it started to shine for me. And that's where I started to kind of enjoy myself more, because I was seeing like more fun camera work and editing stuff. And I just wish that the whole movie was like that. I feel like it just kind of fell flat on that front, which really upset me.
I was entertained the entire time.
I'm gonna be honest. I liked this a lot more than
I
the
did
first
too.
one.
Oh yeah, no, I was very pleased. I would go as far to say that I would very willingly watch this again.
Really? Okay.
I would watch it
Yeah.
again.
Damn.
No,
I
I think
like-
it was a solid step up from the first.
See, I think
my big problem with the first movie is I just think it's boring.
Yeah,
It
no,
is.
it was. I literally fell asleep over and over again. I couldn't get through it. This one, I was like I got through it just fine.
Like the first movie, it has its moments
Mhm.
where it's cool, but it's so
Well,
boring
it's got Rainn
getting to
Wilson.
the parts, getting
does
to
have Rainn
those
Wilson.
parts. But then like the Meg 2, like the sequel, like I just feel like it's still not a good movie, but like it at least gets to the good parts faster, or at least feels like it.
Yeah,
Like,
I liked
I
visual.
don't care about half the characters, but like at the same time, like I'm not really here for them.
I liked all the different Megs. I liked seeing the details on the different Megs.
I did
liked
appreciate
that they were
that.
different. It wasn't just
I
like
did
a
like
generic.
the biggest Meg you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I
Oh
did
yeah.
like
yeah.
that.
he was
that
he was
was
a
really
big
good.
he was a chonky boy.
I really appreciated that it wasn't just like generic,
Right.
ran like the same shark over and over again. It was
Was
were
it
all
a,
very different.
Was the biggest one, was that a female or was that a male?
I don't think they
They
said.
didn't specify.
Because usually the females are bigger.
I couldn't
Sharks.
tell. I don't think they mentioned any of them being male or female except for Haichi.
Yeah. I don't think they mentioned. Yeah, they didn't really go into details about the three of them.
I wish
Whenever
they
I
had
see a big shark, I always assume it's a female. Female sharks get huge.
I loved when they were walking in the trench, though, and all the different things around.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Like I liked when they were walking around down at the
I
bottom.
wish it was darker.
Well,
Yeah.
then we wouldn't be able to see anything, Brian.
I know, but like I just wish it was. I wish they made that. Like if I could go back and restructure this movie, I think I would make the first part, the first half,
a little scary.
more scary.
Mm-hmm. I
And
agree.
then
I agree.
you know what? I would Resident Evil it, Dave. I would make it horror focused at the beginning and then pay off with action at the end.
I think that would work out really well then.
Because I think that
We're
if you have a
directing the
sequence
next
in the
movie.
trench
There
and
you
it's
have it.
fucking shit your pants dark, really good.
Yeah, you know,
That's
hold on.
That's a perfect.
Let me check what the next book in the series is and what we would do. Primal Waters.
Oh,
The novel continues the adventure of Jonas Taylor, now a middle-aged father of two,
oh my god.
18 years after the previous novel, as he is hired as a consultant for the reality
Wait, where'd
television
the second
series
child
Daredevils.
come from?
Oh,
So he remarries, or he gets.
are we
with
gonna get
somebody
Old
else?
Man Jonas?
I think we're getting Old Man Jonas.
So there's gonna have to be some type of romantic.
Yeah, I
something
don't know
now.
because he
That's-
already is kind of a father, so I don't know how they would. Because Ben Wheatley said he wants to do a third one to continue like through the
Yeah.
novels, which is weird because this movie has so little in common with the novel.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the next one now.
I have a feeling that these movies are just gonna keep getting better.
I think so
I think
too.
so too.
In one way or another, I think people are gonna get respect for them.
I already have respect for it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like outside of our like our like
no, we're all that
our
matters, Brian.
cringe meme circle
Brian, no,
of
we
mega
are the
lovers.
public. We are the public.
yeah, we are the people we are the real audience. Us three right
We're the
here.
target audience.
We're the true Meg heads out there.
Yeah.
I
These
mean, do you
movies
know
are
another Meg Monday happening right now?
No,
Mm-mm.
we are the only ones who celebrate Meg Monday.
Yeah.
You know,
Also,
they
Dave,
should
I was gonna say if
sponsor
you want,
us.
you could just schedule this to be uploaded on Monday.
I could do that, but no.
That might be
No,
better.
it's just funnier
Okay.
that we film on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, and Jacob, friend of the show, Jacob Lingle, he posted the first one and my review, and most likely this one on Monday to keep with the bit. So
Perfect.
I'll
hell
take
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think for me, I think this is both better and worse than the first movie because it's definitely more entertaining to watch, but like from a purely critical standpoint, I think it's a lot worse as
But-
as a functioning piece of media. I think it is a worse film overall.
I think the Meg is supposed to be goofy, though. That's the thing. Like,
Dave,
I feel like it's
I'm
not
sorry, I don't
supposed to
agree with
be-
that.
Yeah, I feel like the
I
Meg to me
honestly-
isn't supposed
I
to be like
think-
the other kaiju movies.
I'm not saying it's supposed to be. I just don't think like on a functional level, like a base level of film. I just think the first one, the structure and maybe not so much the pacing because it does drag a lot in the middle. I think just structure wise, it's just a little. It works a little better than this one.
Really?
Again, I think from a personal level, I think I prefer the trench just because it's more entertaining. But I think functionally the first one is better.
But I have a question for you, Dave.
Okay,
And this is where I disagree with you a
Oh,
little bit.
goodness.
Brian, hold on. Is this the first time we've disagreed on this show?
I'm gonna be in the
Maybe.
middle.
Could be.
Yay!
I think it
Could
might
be.
be the first time we've actually disagreed
I-
on this show.
I understand what you're saying about it functionally being a worse movie,
Mhm.
but I think we should start counting entertainment as part of a functioning movie. Because at the end of the day, it should be entertaining. Like if that's what the
That's
goal
true.
of the movie is.
And the whole thing is, film is subjective. It's who cares? Like what you think.
here, look at a movie like Hereditary. It is
Okay.
a very well made movie. It's incredible, honestly.
Yeah.
But I feel like shit when I watch it because it's horrifying.
You feel like shit.
But
when you watch
this is like the complete opposite end of the spectrum where it's not that great of like it's not a well-made movie. Like it has its upsides and it has its really bad character work and a lot of other shit. But like at the same time, it's entertaining and it does its job. So I think on a critical level, I think that's taking into account.
Well said, Brian.
I don't know. I just think that at this point in time, like there's so many people that are just like they use those words like on a critical level, like, but at the same time, like I don't know, like that doesn't all add up to me. Because media is made to be watched and enjoyed.
No, I know. I understand that.
I think as somebody who knows nothing about most of this stuff, I can say that I was thoroughly entertained.
I was entertained.
And that's all that matters. I think in the end, that's what matters.
I'm not saying I wasn't entertained. I'm strictly saying that, yes, I was entertained. And overall,
functional, man.
Shut the fuck up, sorry. At the end of the day,
we're getting aggressive, David.
I do prefer this movie over the first one. I just think my critical brain and my lizard brain are not in sync on this one. I'm sorry. God,
David's fighting with himself.
Dave,
listen,
I completely understand that.
In my senior year of college, I took a media criticism class. I know what I'm talking about. Fuck you, Brian.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, listen. That's my stamp. I understand what you're saying.
I have no qualifications.
But I do think that in a critical sense,
an average nobody.
You should take into account what the movie is trying to achieve. And if it's entertainment,
I have an itch on my back I cannot reach.
I don't know. Forget about it.
This has gone so off the rails. This has gone so off the rails.
No, it's fine.
This is stupid.
This is what it is.
This is now turned into an argument about media literacy.
Part of the creative process is what this is.
Brian, no one has media literacy in this day and age. It doesn't exist because people are stupid.
Oh my God, you're so fucking right, Dave.
As entertaining as it is, I think that they kind of didn't commit. Like, it felt like they wanted to go a little more over the top. And I don't know if it was like a budgetary thing or studio interference, but it feels like they didn't go as far as they wanted to. Like it felt.
I did feel a bit of apprehension.
It felt like that
premise.
with the actors too.
How so?
I don't know. I just felt like they were like loose with their act. Like they were just like, they were like having a good time.
Well, that's it's not even that. It's just that like I feel like the trailer promised a really goofy, like an overly goofy movie.
I didn't watch any of the trailers.
That might be why then.
I went into this completely blank, no expectation.
That's good. That's good then.
That's what I'm doing with all my movies.
Yeah,
now.
that's a good thing. But yeah,
I mean, that's basically what Sam went into it with. She only watched like one trailer one time in the theater. So
well, the thing is, I only think they did one trailer. Oddly enough.
Oh.
I've only ever seen the one trailer for this movie. I don't think they ever made a second trailer, which is weird. That's not really a thing that happens for movies nowadays.
I remember when they used to release like 20 TV spots.
I know.
We were also upset that they didn't do any cardboard standees or anything for it.
That's true.
This was like the movie to do that.
You could have taken a picture in the Meg's mouth, but they didn't do it.
I don't know what they were thinking.
It's
unbelievable. But yeah, I just felt like everything was done with like half measures, and they should have just like gone all in. Maybe they're gonna go all in for Meg 3. I don't know.
I think there's a good chance they're gonna go all out.
Yeah,
with the third.
if they just get increasingly more goofy, I'll be all for it.
Do we know what happens in the next one?
I was just talking about it. Jonas is a middle-aged father of 2.
Oh, that's right.
And he goes onto a reality TV series, Daredevils, which comes to be played by megalodons.
Wait, Dave, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Well,
maybe.
also for you, Siobhan.
Oh God.
You can. I don't know if this metaphor or whatever is gonna entirely add up. It feels like this is the boiling a frog kind of thing, where to boil a frog you put it in cold water and you just gradually turn the heat up. Where every Meg movie is gonna get gradually more insane, and then eventually they're gonna get to the level that they want, but they have to convince the audience and the studio to get there.
I feel like you're using an upsetting metaphor for something good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean,
this is gonna get better, but we're boiling it alive.
Yeah.
Well, we are. There is a total of 7 books in this series, so if they continue to do well, I guess they could just continue getting. I don't know what any of these books are about because I've only read the first two. I don't know what happened. Old man Jonas going on a reality TV series does seem kind of inherently goofy to me. So I don't know.
I don't know how they're gonna. I feel like they're probably gonna change that in the
I
movie.
I feel like they could keep that.
Oh, I think they
that
could.
core
I just have a feeling
idea.
they might change that.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be at least
Should
5
we make
years.
bets?
We can make
5 years
bets.
from now?
Yeah.
What's our number? What are we betting?
What are we betting on? That they're just going to change it?
That it's not. Yeah, it's gonna have nothing to do with a game show.
I think it is going to. I think they are.
All right, no. So I'm gonna say it's not.
Okay.
And that's gonna be our bet.
All right.
I think the game show idea is too good to not put in a movie.
Yeah, especially because Ben Wheatley said I'm gonna find the quote. Hold on.
You're just trying to get me to not make the bet. You could be
Dave,
making
when you're doing that,
you
can you
could
just
be
cut this
making
out? I gotta go to
easy
the
money
bathroom.
right now
I
by
could
making this
be.
bet with me, but instead it seems like you're trying to talk me out of making the bet. But suit yourself. Suit yourself.
Hold on. Here we go.
I'm ready. Show me
This
up.
is from Total Film. Exclusive. The Meg 2 director Ben Wheatley says there's a lot more to explore in shark-centered the Meg series. So I think he is like
believe
aware of the books and he wants to go more on the books. So I think the reality series is 100% plausible to do, especially in the film version.
All right. We'll see.
How much you want to bet?
$5 whole.
I'll take that bet.
Okay.
Here, we'll shake on it. There we go. You guys can't
We've
see
been
it.
shaking.
We've shaken on that. What the fuck was that, Brian?
Brian, you just have to give us both
I'm back.
$5 no matter what.
Where did you go?
I went to the bathroom. I told you I'm going to the bathroom. Can you cut this out?
I didn't hear that.
Well, we
When did you say that?
well we officially
like
made a
30
bet.
seconds ago when I left.
I did not hear that.
We made a bet and
Oh.
shook on it while you were gone.
Damn. All right.
And you also have to give us both $5.
Why don't I? What?
Brian wasn't part of this bet.
No, that was the
I'm not
agreement.
giving Dave shit. He doesn't have to pay rent.
$5. I know, God. I hate paying rent. I mean, I love my landlord though, so it's fine.
That's good. But is there anything else you want to say about Meg 2, The Trench?
I thought the way they killed the villain was real dumb.
You know when
Oh,
she got eaten?
Yeah, she just got eaten.
I thought she
Oh,
was
you
going
mean
to
the
get
woman
eaten
in the
by the
helicopter?
shark, but
You
she
mean the
just
woman
got
in the
dragged away
helicopter?
by some little fuckers.
Yeah.
She didn't even get dragged away. She cornered herself
She did,
inside the
in the
helicopter.
helicopter.
It was the stupidest thing.
Stupid.
I don't understand why. You know, she would have lived had she just shut the door to the helicopter and never got out in the first place.
But she's a villain, so she's kind of got to be stupid
It was
sometimes.
ridiculous.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of villains, though, I did like Jonas's one-liner after Montez dies
Which one was that?
when he goes,
Forgot.
"See you later, chum."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I liked that a lot.
He said it.
That was good.
I liked that a lot. It was
I
very,
would
very
like
good.
that. I would like that to be Jonas's like go-to one-liner whenever he kills somebody.
Honestly, yeah, just some. It's got to be chum related. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't like the fact that they kind of set Montez up as this as his arch rival because they didn't really develop him as a character enough. But I did like his final confrontation with Jonas, on that dock,
Well, I mean,
him hiding under the dock and Montez shooting, trying to get him. I
thought
liked
it-
that a lot.
I thought it made sense
That was cool.
how much tension they had because he was the reason this guy was in that awful prison for so long.
I know, but
So,
they don't.
That guy just built a vendetta on his own though. It had nothing to do.
I understand that, but it's they didn't do a very good job communicating that, I feel.
No, they did. I mean, Jonas had no vendetta against this guy, but this
He
guy
barely
it made
remembered
sense.
who he was.
Yeah, but it made sense why this guy you wouldn't forget that.
I guess.
You just if you know the one guy is the reason that you've been stuck in a hellhole prison.
There's something else that did this exact thing recently.
Yeah, I know. It does sound familiar, doesn't it? What is it?
I don't know. It
It
really
does sound very familiar.
it feels like it's like a Venture Brothers kind of thing. That's what it feels like, but I don't.
We're gonna remember later. But
I just started rewatching
I
Venture
know.
Brothers last night, so I'm gonna find out. Anyways, yeah, Meg 2.
And,
It's a movie that exists.
It was.
Is what I'll say.
Yeah.
It's not the bottom of
No.
my
No, I liked
movies
it.
from the summer.
I liked it.
So
I
What is
enjoyed
the
it.
bottom, Brian?
Indiana Jones.
Okay.
That movie sucked. I'm sorry. It was bad.
I did not. I also did not like Indiana Jones.
I think it's apples and oranges. I don't think I can compare the two. I don't know if I
Yeah.
liked which one better,
I
but
didn't.
I mean,
you know what it
I'm
is? I
strictly
got
talking
bored.
about like movies from this summer.
I got bored during Indiana Jones, whereas I did not get bored
Okay.
during Meg 2.
that's
I-
important.
I would prefer a movie to be bad over being boring.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones, it wasn't like that bad. It was just painfully boring.
Yes. No, I was sitting there waiting for it to end so I could get up and do something else.
Yeah.
Or fall asleep. I couldn't even fall asleep because I had to keep watching it, you know?
What if we get
Mhm.
Harrison Ford in Meg 3? In some role.
I didn't have a problem with him.
Oh my God. Get Harrison Ford to play Old Man Jonas.
I don't think Jonas is
Oh.
all that much older in the third book, Brian.
No. he's
But what
not.
if they want to go like Logan with it?
I mean, that would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
It would be very old because Harrison Ford is an old man. I think he's like, hold on.
Yeah, he's so old.
He is,
He's like-
he's
he's-
81.
Yeah.
So
And he's
I
a
don't-
rough 81 too.
81.
All right. Yeah, so Meg 2, go see it, I guess.
No, definitely
I
go
give
see
it a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
So a little below average,
All
I'd
right.
say.
I'll take that.
Not quite shit.
Not quite shit.
Yeah, that's a good review. Not quite shit.
Well,
Pretty good.
how did you put it? You said you appreciated its existence.
I did appreciate his existence.
That's what and I thought that was a very
because it evened out the first one.
It did.
It made up for it enough. It gave us hope.
Yeah.
What next? Is that it?
Well,
I mean,
I'm gonna.
I'm still in somewhat disbelief we're even getting movies about giant sharks.
Oh, I
So,
know. Well, Brian, if we ever get a chance, we have to review Big Shark, the
Yeah.
new movie from Tommy Wiseau.
Oh my God. I need to look this up.
Have you not heard of it?
No, I've heard of it. I just need to look it up again.
It's like not. He's not doing like a wide release for it. He's just like taking it around the country and like showing it at different theaters. So
Oh
it's,
my
it's
God,
gonna
it's
be
amazing.
it's gonna be a pain in the ass for us to both see and review within the same
I
time
just
frame.
really hope it's like a surprisingly well put together. It's not gonna be.
It's
but
not going to be no.
No, man, it would be funny.
Hmm. All right. Well,
God damn.
I'm gonna just chill for just a quick moment. If you guys listening want a slightly more coherent version of everything we just talked about, I did review Meg 2 The Trench for Kaiju United. The review went live today because it is Meg Monday, so feel free to go check that out. It's right there on the front page. Review Meg 2 The Trench. And where's the little thing that Jacob typed up? It's not there for some reason, but he said something along the lines of David Scrivani reunites with his old chum. I'm like, yeah,
That's pretty good.
nice.
He called you chum.
Quite good.
So yeah,
I think Jonas Taylor should say chum like Wolverine says bub.
Oh,
Yeah.
he should. Oh my God, yes, he should.
Yeah.
That's one of the best ideas you've ever had, Brian.
I know, honestly. All right, sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, that's okay. That was pretty much it. What new cool kaiju thing you've been checking out, Brian? That's our next segment. That's the segment that we end on.
Well, considering that it's only been like a week since we recorded the last episode, nothing.
Oh, well.
Because I've been very busy the last few days.
Well, that's fair.
Oh, maybe there has been.
Oh, David and
Come
I
back,
went
come
to
back
see,
to me. Come back to
David
me.
and I went to see Jaws again. Well, I saw Jaws for the first time
We talked about this last time.
at the aquarium.
Oh wait, no, you weren't on the episode. You weren't on the show last week. Yeah,
No,
we
but
talked.
I just listened to you guys. Why didn't I hear that?
I don't know.
I was listening to it.
We talked about it. I'm
Oh
pretty
my
sure.
god, I'm zoning out. I heard minor. I heard really important stuff. That was good though. I appreciated Brian. I really appreciated that they only alluded to the fact that a dog died. They didn't show the dog dying.
Oh, that's one
I
more thing I want to
enjoyed-
talk about Ming too. Actually, I
Yeah?
like that they brought the dog back.
Yes.
The same dog.
I-
I enjoyed seeing all the people die and the dog not dying. That was nice.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Well, since we recorded last week, I didn't think I was gonna have time to watch stuff, but I did watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and it was
Nice.
It was delightful.
I saw a meme about that today that was not appropriate.
Oh no.
I'll
n-
send it to you.
Okay. But just a couple hours ago, and this is kind of spoilery, but not really because it's in the trailer for like half a second. I did see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And you might be thinking, oh, that's not really a kaiju movie. It is. The last act is 100% a kaiju movie. They even name drop Godzilla a total of 3 times in the movie. So it's 100% a kaiju movie. Also, Donatello is confirmed a kaiju fan in the movie because he's like, however many Godzilla movies prove that this is what happens in this situation. So we love that Donatello's a kaiju fan.
I just remembered something
Uh-oh.
that I did watch.
Oh, no.
That is not strictly a kaiju movie, and I did tell you about it. Well, I didn't tell you. I finally watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, okay.
Despite not caring about Marvel at all. This was like the last one I did want to watch.
Okay.
And there is a part in it where I forget who says it. Probably Peter, but he goes, "Groot, go full kaiju," and he just gets huge and he just scares a bunch of people away.
That's cool.
And it's pretty funny. That's all. I mean, it was a good movie, but you know.
All right. Very nice. But yeah,
Good shit.
Ninja Turtles, very, very good movie. I think they already announced a sequel, which is good because it was fantastic and it needs a sequel. Also, they sequel bait because every fucking film nowadays does sequel bait. But it was really, really good. And it might be the best Ninja Turtles movie we've gotten theatrically.
I mean, what other ones are there?
I mean, there's the old ones from the 90s. There's There's the 2007
Can
animated
we watch
one.
the old ones? That's what we should do.
I've only ever seen the first and half of the second.
I've only seen the first.
I've never seen the third, which is okay because I think everyone hates the third one.
I have them all on DVD.
Do you really? Oh, wow.
That's like one of the few things I have on DVD.
Wow, very nice. There's the
My brother was a fan.
2007 animated movie, which I actually really like. And then there's the live action ones, which are not as bad as people make them out to be.
I like them.
The first one's kind of bad, but the second one was fun.
Maybe it's the nostalgia, but I absolutely love them.
The newer live action ones from like the mid 2000s.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
Go ahead, judge me all you want.
I'm not judging you.
I'm also sitting here with a Taylor Swift sweatshirt on, so
I'm not judging you for that
That's
either.
judge me.
I quite liked the whatever the new album was.
Oh, Midnight's?
No, it was Taylor's version of something. Speak Now.
Oh, you liked that? I
Yeah.
don't really like that album. It's fine. I don't have a
It was
problem
the
with
Taylor's
it.
version.
I just can't get into
Was
it.
the Taylor's version?
I
listened to?
did.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was good.
When I
didn't
dropped
get
the
into that
stickers
much.
off to you to send to Brian, I was listening to that
I
in the
like
car.
I like Folklore a lot. It was good. Evermore's
Um,
a good album. All the albums are good. They're really good.
Okay.
Good quality talent. Lyricist.
This is an interesting
shit.
tangent we're going on.
I mean, if anything, Taylor Swift is the kaiju of the pop
Actually,
singer world.
you're not wrong because I did read somewhere that one of her shows like actually set off.
She's
like, it
already
actually
made over.
It
already
like
made
registered
billions of
on
dollars.
like an earthquake scale or something.
She did.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I guess at one of the shows, like people, it was like a 0.4 something something or other. And she's made a ton of fucking money.
Oh, yeah, I found it.
Yeah,
Taylor Swift fans, Shake It Off causes record-breaking seismic activity during
see.
the
Oh
Seattle
my
show.
God.
I
That's
told you,
insane.
she's a kaiju.
It registered as a 2.3 magnitude earthquake. She
What the
literally
fuck?
is a kaiju.
That's ridiculous.
All
Okay.
right. I contributed something, finally.
All right. Well, I want to say there was something else I had checked out, but I don't remember now.
I don't know if I said it when we recorded last, but I did end up buying Gorgo.
You did. I think
on
we were
the way.
we were talking about Gorgo, and then while we were
I did
talking
hear
about
that
it,
part.
you said, "Yeah, I bought it."
Yeah, I bought it.
Like
So
you
waiting for
bought it.
It's
You bought
shipping.
it in the process of recording. So
Yeah, I did.
think that's what
I was
happened.
typing.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this episode of Talking
Bam.
Toku.
This is the end of Meg Monday for now.
For now,
Bitchin'.
unless we,
It'll come back.
it'll come back. I mean, I
Or
still.
if we cover other Megalodon movies.
Well, Brian, we had talked to a friend of the show, Jacob Lingle, about doing a weekly column as Meg Monday.
We did talk to a friend of the show about the weekly column. You're right.
Just like
I love how often you guys like to say "friend of the show."
it's a bit.
It's so.
It's been a bit since we
I love it.
had Jared Xenophana on the show.
I love it.
I don't even know why we started that bit.
It sounds good.
It rolls off the tongue really well, right?
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
I just like to give people like a title that they can
Yeah.
have
As you
on,
should.
you know?
It's fabulous.
And you've graduated. You're the first person to graduate
I can't
beyond
believe it. I'm in
Friend
shock.
of the show.
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
It's still setting me. I'm like, I have so much expectation I have to meet now. I'm fuck.
Like Jacob's been on twice, but you
I haven't met Jacob yet. I've got to get into the Discord. I gotta
yeah.
meet some of these people.
Well, you're in the Kaiju
I know.
Night Discord
I know.
server.
I just mean I gotta I gotta.
That's. I mean,
We gotta play some mini golf. I know you guys played mini golf and I missed it.
we should do that tonight.
I could. Oh no, I
Oh
can't.
no, you got to
I have
get
work
up.
at like
you
4
got to you
a.m..
got to get up at like 2 in the morning. Never mind.
Ew.
I could probably do it tomorrow.
Okay, we
Or
may do it
whenever.
tomorrow. We'll
No
figure
Be
it out.
rush.
around
It's
tomorrow
no
after our
rush.
workout. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
no rush. We've got till we
Alright.
die. It's fine. It could,
Okay.
I mean, we could die tomorrow.
We should end the show though. All right. This has been Talking Toku. We're on Facebook, Twitter, because I'm still not fucking calling it X, Instagram, and YouTube. All that Talking Toku. Go check us out there. Go to the Kaiju United Facebook page and Discord server, Facebook group. Sorry, Discord server, and the website, of course. We still got some of the stuff up from last time, but we now have Jonathan Hernandez, my good pal. He went to Big Monster Con in Chicago and he did some coverage on that. And Haley, who is another Kaiju United alumni, she reviewed The X from Outer Space, which, Brian, I think we watched that a while ago before we went to G-Fest that one year.
We did. It sounds familiar to me.
It was the big space chicken.
Oh my god, I
Ooh.
remember that.
Space chicken.
It's an interesting movie.
That was an interesting movie.
I wouldn't call it good or bad, but it's interesting.
I have a chicken in my car.
And then, of course, my review of Meg 2 The Trench. Those are the newest things going on the Kaiju United website. So go check those out. All of them, especially my review.
Good stuff.
Because
Good
it's
stuff.
me.
Yeah. I
Hello.
liked it. I read it in my
Oh.
kitchen.
Thank you.
I was eating chocolate cashews. I remember it vividly.
I'm
Definitely
Highly
go. Oh wait, never mind. I got confused for a second.
No, I
Oh.
recommend.
I
it.
just
Standing
Dave. I was gonna say.
David's
I
reviews.
remember we watched X from Outer Space because we watched it for Peggy Neal because she was
yeah,
gonna be there.
'cause she was, yeah, that was the reason we watched it. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Raise your glasses to the summer of Meg.
The Summer of Meg.
To the summer of Meg.
I don't have a drink in my
It's
hands.
okay. No, it's.
You have a water bottle. Why don't you?
Well, no, this
You're-
is like our imaginary.
Well, you can use your water bottle as the prop for it.
No, it's imaginary.
Oh my god, fine. I'm raising a glass to the Summer of Meg.
To
Brian,
the summer of Meg.
you better be pretending to raise a glass right now because me and Siobhan are raising a glass.
I have this candle in my hand.
Dink.
It's
We're not
glass.
even. We're,
All
we
right,
don't,
make
okay.
the little clink. Clink.
I'll edit that in. I'll put it in post.
Okay, bye.
There we go. All right. Bye, guys. I don't know what we're doing later, but goodbye.
Bye.